The 12 C's of inventory excellence. From stock management to strategic business value. Inventory is not simply about having enough stock. Too little inventory can cause stockouts, production stoppages, and lost sales. Too much locks up working capital and increases storage, obsolescence, and handling costs. The real question is not how much inventory should we keep, but what should we keep, where, when, in what quantity and condition, at what cost, and level of risk. Inventory excellence means having the right inventory in the right quantity, at the right place and time, in the right condition at the right cost, with the right controls, visibility, and resilience. In this episode of S&P Knowledge Series, let's now deliberate on the 12 C's of inventory excellence, authored by S.N. Panigrahi. Here's the flow: customer classification, capability, connectivity, collaboration, controls, cost, contingency. Condition: continuity, continuous improvement, commitment to sustainability. Let's go through them one by one. The first C, customer focus and commitment. Inventory exists to fulfill a customer production, project, or operational requirement. Therefore, inventory strategy must begin with the required service level. Right material, right quantity, right place, right time, right condition. For example, a critical hospital item like surgical gloves cannot be managed like an ordinary office consumable or stationery. A missing pen delays paperwork. A missing surgical glove shuts down an operating room, endangering lives of patients. Same stockout. Vastly different impact. The question isn't how many items you have, but who depends on them and what happens if you fail. Inventory excellence begins with understanding criticality, consequences, and customer impact. The second C, classification and categorization. Not every SKU deserves the same inventory policy. Classify items by value, demand variability, movement, and criticality using tools such as ABC, XYZ, FSN, and VED. Different items require different review frequency, safety stock levels, and replenishment strategies. The third C, competency, capacity, and capability. Good policies succeed only when people, systems, and infrastructure can execute them. Competency, right skills and knowledge. Capacity, adequate space, manpower, equipment, and resources. Capability, ability to plan, procure, receive, store, preserve, count, and replenish effectively. Capacity without capability does not create excellence. The fourth C, connectivity, visibility, and automation. You cannot effectively manage what you cannot accurately see. Integrated ERP, WMS, barcodes, RFID, IoT, analytics, and automated transactions improve. Visibility, accuracy, traceability, faster decisions. The fifth C, cross-functional collaboration and communication. Inventory is not just a warehouse-only responsibility. Sales, procurement, operations, finance, quality, and warehouse must work collectively. When functions operate in silos, they may optimize locally, but fail globally. Early information sharing prevents both shortages and excess inventory. The sixth C, controls and compliance. Inventory accuracy is a control outcome, not merely a counting activity. Key controls include authorized receipts and issues, transaction discipline, and audit trails. Cycle counting and reconciliation, segregation of duties, FIFO or FIFO where applicable, regulatory and contractual compliance. Strong controls create accuracy, accountability, and traceability. In essence, this is the discipline pillar. Effective inventory control requires discipline, traceability, accuracy, accountability, authorization, and compliance across the entire inventory life cycle. The seventh C, cost and capital optimization. Inventory consumes working capital and generates purchase, storage, handling, financing, insurance, and obsolescence costs. The objective is not minimum inventory, but optimum inventory that balances service level, inventory investment, total cost, and business risk. Tools such as EOQ, safety stock analysis, and inventory turnover targets help release cash without compromising availability. The eighth C, contingency and risk management. Supply chains face supplier failures, demand surges, transport disruptions, quality problems, and external shocks. The answer is neither just-in-case excess stock nor just-in-time minimal stock that risks disruption. The smarter approach is risk-based inventory protection. Maintain the right buffer for critical items where supply disruption, demand uncertainty, or business impact justifies it. Use risk-based protection such as strategic safety stock to protect critical items. Alternate and dual sourcing reduce dependency on single suppliers. Supplier risk monitoring keeps potential problems visible and actionable. Documented recovery plans enable faster response when disruptions occur. Buffer what is critical, not everything. The ninth C condition, climate and cleanliness. Inventory has value only when it remains fit for use. Temperature, humidity, cleanliness, packaging, preservation, and handling directly affect product quality and shelf life. Proper storage conditions, FIFO and FIFO, and 5S discipline reduce damage, degradation, and obsolescence. Quantity without quality is not true availability. The 10th C, continuity, consistency, and reliability. Excellence must be repeatable, not occasional. Standardized SOPs for receiving, put away, picking, counting, and replenishment create predictable inventory performance. Reliable supplier performance, such as on time in full, creates predictable inventory outcomes. Consistency builds trust, and reliability builds confidence. The 11th C, continuous improvement and corrective action. Inventory problems should not merely be corrected but understood and prevented from recurring. Use KPI monitoring, root cause analysis, corrective action, and Kaizen to improve inventory performance. Improve inventory accuracy, stockout rate, turnover, days of inventory, excess and obsolete inventory, and service level. Inventory excellence means eliminating root causes, not repeatedly firefighting the same problems. The 12th C, commitment to sustainable performance. True inventory excellence is not person-dependent. It must survive beyond individuals, teams, projects, and initiatives. It must become an organizational capability. Sustained leadership commitment requires focus on people, process, technology, governance, resource efficiency, and resilience. The objective is not simply better performance today, but performance that remains valuable, efficient, and responsible year after year. The 12 C's are one integrated system. The 12 C's of Inventory Excellence Framework, developed by S.N. Panigrahi, is a unified, integrated, and holistic management system, not a collection of isolated checklist items. Every C connects, complements, and strengthens the others to create sustainable inventory excellence. Customer needs determine service levels. Classification determines inventory priorities. Capability enables execution. Visibility enables informed decisions. Collaboration aligns functions. Controls protect accuracy. Cost optimization improves capital efficiency. Risk management builds resilience. Condition management protects physical value. Continuity creates reliability. Continuous improvement closes performance gaps. Sustainable performance makes excellence endure. The real challenge is balancing competing priorities: service versus cost, efficiency versus resilience, availability versus capital, standardization versus adaptability. Inventory excellence is not having more inventory and not having less inventory. The right inventory means having the right item in the right place at the right time, in the right condition, at the right total cost, under the right controls, and with the right level of resilience to withstand uncertainty and disruption. It is not simply about maintaining stock availability. It is about ensuring that inventory delivers business value, operational continuity, customer service, financial efficiency, compliance, and risk protection. Inventory is not merely stock sitting in a warehouse. It is committed capital, service capability, operational protection, and business value. True inventory excellence is a dynamic balancing act. pairing availability with cost discipline, control with operational agility, and efficiency with long-term resilience. Ultimately, it ensures inventory is not just optimized for today's demands, but dependable for tomorrow's uncertainties. The ultimate formula, inventory excellence, equals to maximum availability plus minimum waste plus optimum capital plus controlled risk plus sustainable business value. Hope you enjoyed the presentation. Stay tuned for the S&P Knowledge series. Subscribe to the channel for free to receive updates. Thank you. For more details, contact San Panigrahi using the contact details below.